Miranda, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a kind of a different video that I'm excited to make for you guys. I'm going to be sharing with you my very first book haul video. A few weeks ago I posted a book unhaul video, but now we're going to be doing the opposite. I'm going to be showing you guys what books I purchased during the month of July. I think July is my birthday month, so I feel like I don't normally buy this many books, but because it was my birthday month, I think I felt justified in purchasing so many of them, so I'm excited to share them with you guys today. So let's just get right into it. The first two books that I have to share with you guys today are Moonkind and Summerkin by Sarah Prinius. They are the last two books in the Winterling trilogy. I have not read either of these two books. I am so excited to read them. The first book was so amazing. The first book is Winterling, and it was essentially about a young girl named Fur who absolutely loved being in the woods, and one day she stumbles across this boy who is wounded, and she brings him home, and she finds out he's a shapeshifter, and he eventually leads her through a portal called the Way that connects her world to a magical world. And she finds out that there's an evil sorceress in this magical world that is trying to cast a spell so that way she can get through the Way, so she can essentially cause havoc in the real world by turning everything into another ice age, pretty much. So I bought the other two books in the series because the first book was so amazing, and I'm excited to see what happens with Fur and her new friends as she works on saving this magical world. The next book that I have for you guys is one that I got on my birthday, one of the two that I got on my birthday. It is called Born at Midnight by C.C. Hunter, and it is a fantasy novel about a girl named Kaylee who is a troublesome teenager, and her mother just has had enough of it and sends her off to this camp called Shadow Falls. And while she's there, she finds out that Shadow Falls is not your ordinary summer camp. It's actually a camp for vampires and werewolves and the like. And I love vampire and werewolf kind of novels, especially anything to do with shapeshifters. So naturally, I had to have this book. I'm excited to read it and see what happens and maybe get the rest of the books in the series. So the next book that I have for you guys is the second book that I got on my birthday. It is called The Bone Witch. It is a dark fantasy, I believe. It's a little bit different than what I normally read, so I was eager to try it. And this book is about a girl named T or Taya. I'm going to go with Taya because I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! It's about a girl named Taya who is a witch who has the ability to bring people back from the dead. So she has the gift of necromancy, which is highly feared in their kingdom that she lives in. So she accidentally brings her brother back to life, and she's trying to find a mentor who's willing to train her to use her powers, and there's like a war going on and all of that. There's a lot of stuff going on in this book, and it sounded very interesting because I haven't really read a book. I haven't read a lot of witch fantasy stories besides A Discovery of Witches, and I was eager to see what it would be like to see this story here. So the next book that I have for you guys is actually an entire set of them that I collected throughout July, the month of July, and it is the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness series by Michelle Paver. And the first book is called Wolf Brother, and it is essentially about a realm that existed 6,000 years ago, and there was different tribes, and our main character's name is Torak. He is the chosen one that is destined to save these tribes from an evil demon or evil spirits that are threatening to take over the land and kill it. The land that him and the other tribes live in. And he meets a favorite animal companion. His name is Wolf, and he's a wolf. And together they work towards purging the land of this evil, finding the cause of it, and being heroes of their destiny. I've only read the first two books in the series, so I'm going out on a limb here, but I had to have the whole set because I just loved these stories when I was a kid, and they were amazing, and yes, so I had to have them, and I'm excited to continue reading them. And yes, I know one of them is hardcover, and that's probably going to mess some people up, but that's okay. It messes me up too, but I wanted the book more than I cared about whether or not they all matched. So the last book that I have for you guys is a little bit different than what you would normally see on BookTube. You don't really see a lot of people collecting books like these or talking about books like these, but I got it because I am a huge collector of fairy tales and fantasy stories, and I had to have these in my collection. It is Shirley Barber's Fairy Stories collection. It is a picture book, and she has such beautiful artwork. I read one of them that was at the library, and I loved it. They were so sweet, cute little fairy tales, and I had to have them. So I purchased this one, and I'm hoping to purchase some other ones in the future that have more of her stories in it, because these are just such beautiful artwork, such good stories, and they're just amazing. And I don't care that they're picture books. I still read picture books even though I'm an older person, so yeah. So in total, I've collected a total of, let's get it, 11 books. This is really heavy, which is unusual for me. But again, I think because July was my birthday month, I felt justified in buying all of these books in 1 month, so who cares? I just cleaned out my library, and I was eager to fill it up with some more books that I was more eager to read. And these here are ones that I think fit the bill pretty well. So I'm excited to read them. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed my very first book haul video. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read some of these, or if there's some that you might be interested in reading. And if you're looking for something new to read besides the ones that I just showed you, then I highly recommend that you check out my book, The Curse of Sokotoa, which is linked down below. Feel free to give my video a like and go ahead and subscribe to my channel if this is something that you're interested in seeing more of. And I will hopefully see you guys next week with another video.